Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back. Today I am going to be doing something on the MIATA that I've kind of been wanting to do for a while, but I've been on the fence about it. I'm actually going to be removing the AC from the car. Now the AC does work perfect on this car, so it kind of sucks, but I've kind of got obsessed about cleaning up this engine bay, so decided it's got to go. I did order the kit a while ago, and basically what we're going to be doing is removing all these lines, and then we'll have some little block off plates for the firewall. We're going to be removing all this as well as the stuff behind the radiator and the AC condenser. I did pick up the new belt that goes for the power steering and all that, so that'll be fine. I think it's definitely going to clean up the engine bay a lot more, and eventually I'll have this thing super clean and where I want it. Now the last couple of days I have been working on a couple other things with this as well. I tucked the throttle cable as well as painting the bracket that used to hold it with the wrinkle black. I actually cut the tabs off that held it up here, so now it's tucked underneath. And then I also paint matched the radiator brackets with the wrinkle black as well. I removed some stickers, just kind of making it really clean. And then I also got a new one of these tubes and tucked it underneath because the old one was kind of going through here and you could see it. But right now I have an appointment to go get the Freon removed, which is super important. I don't want to release that into the atmosphere or anything like that, so I'm going to go do that and then we're going to get started. On the way to the shop here real quick, figured I would test out the new GoPro mount. I've had this for a couple weeks now, but obviously with the quarantine and everything I haven't really been able to use it, so I'm going to switch to that now. Right now is going to be a good time to find out if all the fans and everything work that we rewired, as well as valve cover.
In half a mile, turn left onto South Getty Street. In 1.2 miles, the destination is on your left, 848 East Broadway Avenue.
Inside and figure out where I gotta go. Park next to this Subi. Alright, just got home here. Wasn't much to film at the shop there. Pretty much just removed the Freon. Got the bill here, $47 total. Definitely wanted to do that beforehand. I don't want to mess in here and I don't want to pollute the atmosphere, but yeah, I got this light set up here and this is actually going to help out a lot. I think the first thing I'm going to do is remove this intake so I can get to all the stuff underneath there, and then I'm going to try to remove the lines from the firewall, and then I'll probably jack it up, try to unbolt everything I can from the bottom. I need to get that radiator, I guess you would call it, from underneath there for the AC as well, so let's get to it. All right, so I just got this part done pretty easily. If you're gonna do this yourself, I definitely recommend taking these off first before unbolting this. This is kind of holding it stable so you can get all those done. This is a pressurized line, so it kind of shot out a little stuff that was excess, but if that was full, it probably would have went everywhere. So definitely be careful with that. I'm gonna start taking these lines off here and then see where we go from there. So the two lines that connect to the firewall were pretty easy as well. Just kind of popped these clips off. They're just kind of around it with a screwdriver. And then you basically just pull this out. I think this is holding it from actually coming out right now. Get it off of this bracket first. Take that off. Yeah, and then that'll come out just like that. Now I'll probably wait till I jack the car up to feed those underneath it because it's probably gonna be pretty hard to get them out through the top, but that was super simple. Now I just have to figure out how to get those out because the kit did come with the firewall plugs, so try to figure that out. All right, pretty simple. I basically just took the little rubber grommet off that was holding it onto the firewall, and then the line was sticking out. I pretty much just bent it back and forth until it snapped off because I don't really plan on reusing this, and then I just kind of tucked that up in there for now. I do plan on removing the box from the inside of the car, and then I do have the plugs that came with the new kit. Those will fill in those holes and should look pretty good. All right, just got that second one done there too. This one was a little harder to bend off just because it's a lot bigger, but as you can see when you bend it, it kind of clamps it off, so no extra Freon will run out of there, but I think I got those in there enough that I can put the plugs on for now. Should look good. So these are the caps that come with the 5X Racing Delete kit. I believe these two are gonna go over here. I'm not sure what this small one is for yet. I'll figure it out though real quick. Took me a couple minutes, but I got these plugs in here. They fit really well. Looks pretty good. I definitely recommend wearing gloves while doing this. You don't really want to get that Freon on your hands or anything. And just over the last week, my hands have been torn up by working on this thing, so definitely wear gloves if you can get some. But now, let's jack the car up, see what we got to do underneath. All right, I just got this thing jacked up here. Definitely recommend using jack stands if you're gonna be under the car at all. But now I have to remove this whole panel right here. It's pretty much just held on by 10 millimeters, and then see what we gotta do from there. All right, so I just got this plastic cover off here. For now, it's just gonna be hanging there because my neon light is actually attached to it and it's holding it up, but should be fine. I have a couple lines that I have to remove under here, and then I need to figure out how to get this second little radiator part out for it as well. It's gonna be kind of hard to film under here, but I'll do my best. So I actually took the radiator brackets off and just kind of pulled that back. Can fit a wrench right in between here. There's one bolt there, one bolt there holding it on. Just gonna keep making progress on it and eventually it'll come out. All right, so this part should be able to come out here pretty soon. I basically just disconnected this line, which was held on by a nut. And then this bracket, I'm just taking this bolt out of here now so it has a little more clearance. I did end up getting the top two bolts out. Kind of took a while because it's such a tight fit, but I just used a wrench and backed them out. That off now. I did clip that other line, and then in theory this part should come out now. Hell yeah. All right, on to the fun part now here. I have this new belt. Basically, I need to loosen this pulley up, adjuster, whatever you want to call it, and get this belt off. And then I need to remove this bolt right here. And then there's 4 bolts on this side, 2 on the top right here, and 2 on the bottom. And then this front bolt is actually going to be the one that I put the new, I believe it's M8 by 1.25. It's a 45 millimeter bolt, and that'll actually leak from that hole if you don't do that. So I'm going to get this loose, get all these bolts off, and try to get this condenser out. All right, I got these bottom 2 bolts out. They were actually really easy to get to, and this thing is already falling out. It's gonna be a tight fit, and it's probably gonna be impossible to do with 2 hands, but I'm gonna pull this out now and then see what else we have to button up. But after that, it should be pretty complete. Yeah, so that wasn't too terribly hard. I just had to squeeze it through all the power steering and radiator lines, but got all that out. I'm gonna see about taking this actual bracket off that holds it on, and then we have to plug that hole right there, and that should be done. All right, so yeah, there are 4 14 millimeter bolts holding this AC bracket on. I'm gonna take those off real quick and then see about plugging that hole. All right, I just got these 4 bolts out here, holding that bracket on. It actually fell down to the floor right there. Super easy, just took a breaker bar to each one individually. And then I took my 8 by 1.25 45 millimeter bolt and put it right here in this front hole so that doesn't leak. At this point, we're pretty much done. All I have to do is throw the belt back on, button everything up underneath as far as the under tray, and should be good. I think this thing just kind of self-adjusts itself. Seems like that's on there pretty good. Don't want it too tight, don't want it too loose, but that seems pretty good. I'm just gonna tighten this up all the way. If I have to adjust it later, I can. Hell yeah. I just got this thing all wrapped up here. Got the car back on the ground. Everything went pretty smooth. Definitely loving the way that this engine bay is turning out, and just gonna keep working on it. If I can do this, you can definitely do it. Like I said, I've never done anything like this before, so just take your time, wear gloves, and definitely remove the Freon beforehand. Also, another benefit of this is that we saved probably a good 20-25 pounds with all this, and the engine bay is definitely looking cleaner. We're also going to have better airflow to the new radiator that I'm going to be throwing in here soon, as well as some other cooling upgrades, so stick around for that. I wanted to make this video because I haven't really seen an NB version of this on YouTube. I searched for it and all I could find was the NA. So hopefully this helps you guys out a little bit. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.